Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the featherweight division and this is 10 rounds of boxing for the Central Area Featherweight Championship. Supervisor to ringside, Dennis Lockton. Supervisor, Alex Papafio. Timekeeper, Colin Roberts, and referee, Tony Green. This is 10 3-minute rounds of boxing. Sponsored here by Hustle Road. Introducing to you, firstly, I'm fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed with white, weighing in at exactly 9 stone. Undefeated in 18 contests, 17 wins, 2 inside the scheduled distance, 1 draw. Coming to the ring as the undefeated former ABA champion from Liverpool, Tony Mulholland. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the claret trunks trimmed with red. Weighing in at 8 stone, 13 pounds, 15 ounces, 17 fight record, 13 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance, 3 losses, 1 draw. He's from Vacant. Would you please welcome Jamie McKeever. So let's get the action underway. 10 rounds of boxing for the Vacant Central Area Featherweight Championship.
Right, fellas, you both know the rules. You want a good, clean contest. When I tell you to break, I want you to break. Remember, defend yourself at all times. Good luck to you both. Go on, Zol. Oh. Straight away, club.
Well, boxing's version of a Merseyside derby here between the improved Jamie McKeever, who's been in some thrilling fights. He's the one with the red waistband on the trunks, and the unbeaten former ABA champion Tony Mulholland, who's 6 years older at 29. McKeever is a real little sawn-off buzzsaw of a fighter who doesn't think he's been in a fight unless he's got the crowd out of their seats. But he's got to get on the inside here against Mulholland, who'll look to use long-range skills, or you'd think so anyway. But whether McKeever can drag him into the trenches, well, it might not take much with so many local bragging rights at stake, Glenn.
That's exactly right. A bit of passing at stake here, and it should be a good blend of styles. McKeever, the fighter, and Mulholland, the boxer, usually.
At featherweight. That's a good little right hand from Mulholland, who, without being unfair to him, is not noted for his power. McKeever's been working at trying to improve his defence a wee bit with his team of Tony and John Carroll, because he can't continue to be in the kind of battles that he has been in. Entertaining though they are, they're aging. He's only 23 too. McKeever, remember, with the red waistband and stripe.
And Mulholland, although not much of a puncher, he is looking to stand and sit on his legs a little bit more, so might just get a bit more power in his shots. Normally skips about the ring an awful lot.
Let him out. Don't hold his head down, son.
The winner of this one will have realistic aspirations of going on to fight for the British Championship. Good left hand there by Mulholland, who looks that little bit more accurate, and there are still holes in that McKeever defence. But he's not one you should underestimate.
Right, mate.
Well, McKeever's got to be aggressive, got to take the fight to Mulholland, really try and get drawn into a fight, and that's his best chance.
Central Area Championship on the line here, over 10 rounds.
Right, mate.
These two know each other pretty well. They have sparred together in the past. That's another good left hand from Mulholland. How he must wish he had a bit more of a dig.
Well, he's got the extra speed and he's trying to find that left hook, and he is getting through with that punch. So if he can just try and plant those legs a little bit more, he might get the power to hurt McKeever.
Certainly looked the more controlled of the two in this first round.
Yes, he's settled down more. The defence has been a bit better from Mulholland.
Just a bit over-anxious, McKeever, and that's Mulholland's opening round, certainly on my card anyway.
Okay, lad.
That's Mulholland's record, 17 wins and 18. The only blemish, a draw against the Welsh southpaw Chris Williams. He has been on the floor a couple of times, though, in his career. Some people wonder about his chin. Not really tested yet. This would be his biggest fight to date, I'd suggest.
Yep, this is his biggest fight, and he started quite well. He settled in, got his boxing together well, had the quicker hands, and he was the one that landed with the two best punches, both of which were left hooks. And that's one of them, just a nice little left hook, pulls away. Should have maybe looked to follow up on that, but he got the shot on.
McKeever might think the later rounds could be more his territory here. They have been in the past for him.
Second round, round two.
Second round, two Liverpool or Merseyside fighters in the ring. McKeever actually from Birkenhead, where the famous McAteer boxing family were from. Red stripe down the trunks of McKeever, the shaven skull. 1996 English ABA champion Tony Mulholland. Smart strategy so far from Mulholland. And I think keeping his cool in what is a bit of a bear pit atmosphere here in this Everton Park Centre might be quite crucial to his chances.
It is going to be difficult for him to keep control, and he might just have picked up a little cut there on the left eye, certainly dabbed at that eye.
McKeever not accurate enough so far. Great jab again from Mulholland, who knows this could be a bit of a breakthrough night for him. It's about time he made a splash. He's been, well, not so much on the back burner as not really getting into the kitchen so far, but he does have that eye damage now by the left eye, Mulholland. That is a problem. How bad is that? It looks quite bad. We'll try to get a closer look.
Well, there did seem to be a clash of heads just before that. I think that would have caused the cut, but now McKeever is spurred on a little bit by that, starting to get a few shots on himself.
And McKeever's the kind, isn't he? He doesn't think the fight's really started till there's a bit of blood and bruising about.
Yeah, he's tough. He likes a brawl. And if he can make Mulholland panic a bit and draw him into a fight, that will suit him.
Mulholland being watched by his children at ringside, who've got little signs painted on their forehead of "Best of luck, Dad," or something to that effect. Good jab, that's better from McKeever. Body shots from Mulholland. Good work. 2 or 3 right hands dug into the ribcage from him.
Well, he knows McKeever has been stopped with body shots before, so he might find that a bit of a weakness, and he's going for the body.
Yeah, Craig Doherty did it, didn't he? He's lost 3 times in his career of 18 fights so far. There's McKeever. Beg your pardon, 17 so far.
Let him out, let him out.
Mulholland again for me there. There's his family at ringside. Not everybody'd bring the kids along. He can't bear to watch it. He's had enough of it.
Yeah, he's off somewhere.
Now then, there was a clash of heads, we think, in the round that's caused this cut by the left eye for Tony Mulholland.
Yep, there it is. Just both of them diving in a little bit, too anxious to get close, and the heads clashing there. Dabs at it straight away. Different angle, just there, just bang the heads together. Just stood a little bit square on Mulholland, and as McKeever come to land his left hook, the heads clash.
That's the problem they've got to contend with. Otherwise, smooth sailing so far, I think, for Mulholland. Third round. Tony Mulholland looks like he's won the first 2 rounds here with the blue and white tracks here. McKeever, low blow. Got away with that. Ref, by the way, is Tony Green for this one. Central area Featherweight Championship on the line. Might not sound much, but it's a big, big night for these two. In fact, the background I heard to this fight was that they only agreed to fight each other if there was going to be a belt at stake.
Well, he just seemed to hurt McKeever with the right hand there, Mulholland. He's going forward. Very determined, sorry.
Yeah, he sort of walked into a shot there, McKeever. This is good from Mulholland, who so far for me is turning on the best performance of his career. But it's early still. McKeever landed with a good right cross in there, but these body punches of Mulholland beginning to take their toll, perhaps.
Well, so far he looks like a different fighter, Mulholland. He's really going for it now that there is something on the line.
Much more fired up, much more motivated. Bit more edge to him. He seems to have drifted through fights when we've seen him in the past, but they've just let him off the leash a little, shown him about, and look at the difference. McKeever can't seem to get into this at all. Nice little right hand on the counter from him, but his successes are spasmodic so far.
Yeah, Mulholland has the better defense. He's also landing that jab, and the right hand's coming in well. McKeever just not able to cope with it.
McKeever's family are here too. Mulholland teeing off confidently. McKeever, I think, will look to just ride the storm here, and he'll be glad maybe that this is a 10-rounder, and there might be another phase to it, if he can get that far.
Well, Mulholland, normally the boxer, he's really taking the fighter into his own ground and getting the best of it.
He is too. Not exactly what we'd expect from Mulholland, but he's dominated from the outside, and he's dominated once or twice from the inside too. Low blow. McKeever, who straight away puts his hands up, says sorry, ref.
You okay, son? No problem. You want to walk round? Have a little walk.
No problem, is it? Says Tony Green. Mulholland didn't answer, did he?
Accident.
No, I'm sure it was a little bit of a problem. He's taking a bit of time, making sure that he's all right.
He gave him a look as if to say, what do you mean, no problem? You take one of them.
Well, straight back with a good right hand, Mulholland.
Couple of little left hooks from McKeever, who I think is surprised, really, by the intensity that Mulholland has brought to the party here tonight.
Yes, I don't think he was really ready for this sort of determination, and another round for Mulholland,
who's putting up a cracking display so far. Well, we've often been critical of this Tony Mulholland and say, well, he's been around a long time, doesn't seem to be doing anything or going anywhere, but it's different tonight, isn't it?
Oh, very different. I mean, you know, he's never really shown us a great deal in the past, been a bit negative and used his boxing skills to win. And, you know, he may say he's just been careful, but your entertainment value, he hasn't shown a lot. Tonight, very different. There's something on the line, obviously means a lot to him, and he's boxing well.
He really does seem very, very fired up for this, which is surprising, really. You'd think McKeever would be the one who was bringing all the fire, but hasn't turned out like that.
Well, it's good variety as well. Right hands and straight jabs, left hooks. Everything's landing.
Fourth round. Shaven skull, Tony Mulholland, looking to pick up the Central Area Featherweight Championship here.
Well, the right hand landing and the left hook.
John Rice, by the way, who's in Mulholland's corner for this, has also handled McKeever in the past. So I guess there's a little bit of a problem with that, but it's Mulholland's corner that Rice is in tonight.
Well, it's the variety, I think, from Mulholland that's giving McKeever the problems. There's all sorts of punches going in. Really is boxing well.
Mixing up the punches, particularly going to the body. Obviously perceives that McKeever's got a weakness in that area. McKeever's been on a good little run too. He's won his last 4.
Decent work inside from Mulholland with the uppercut.
Seems to me one of the problems McKeever's had in this fight. He's tried to box a little bit more, and we're getting a kind of hybrid version. I think maybe he just needs to go back to being the straightforward brawler.
Yeah, I think he does, but I think what's really the problem for him is he's having to box on the back foot. I don't think he's really prepared for that. Not really a fighter that does go backwards that well. He prefers to come forward, and Mulholland has really got him out of his stride. Doesn't know what to do because of that.
Good planning by the team strategically.
Yes,
Mulholland
it is. It's perfect. Take him under unknown territory. Take him on the back foot.
Mulholland's doing that well. He's got him on the back foot again now. The cut's holding up okay too for Tony Mulholland as the heads again bang together on the inside.
There's a decent body shot went in from McKeever. Seemed to take a little bit out of Mulholland.
He just has to match this work rate and passion of Mulholland here, McKeever.
Well, after all this, somehow McKeever has got to grit his teeth and really drive himself forward.
He's landed so many punches here, Tony Mulholland, but he's only ever stopped 2 of his 18 opponents. And the last one was nearly 3 years ago, his last stoppage win. I mean, he'd have stopped a lot of people, wouldn't he, if he had a dig by now, with this amount of volume of work.
But he's thrown an awful lot of punches and winning rounds.
Well, Mulholland's winning all the rounds for me so far. 4 gone, 4 in the bank. Benny King doing his stuff in the corner, the cut man. Got so many good guys who do that, the little 1-minute wonders.
Yeah, round 4, Mulholland landing over twice as many punches, 26-12. So, you know, that really gives the idea of what's happening in the fight. It's really just down Mulholland doing an awful lot more, pushing McKeever on the back foot. And McKeever, taken by surprise, doesn't know what to do and how to come back.
Swollen around the eyes, McKeever. That's nothing new for him. Done all that before. Fifth round, can Mulholland keep it up? Maybe McKeever can just find one of those trademark left hooks of his to suddenly open up a little chance in the fight. He's just got that better school, hasn't he, Mulholland, too, here. You can see the ABA champion pedigree coming out.
That's exactly right. He was a decent amateur, and, you know, he's just more settled, more together style-wise. And remember, you know, he's winning the fight. He's winning McKeever's sort of fight. He can also, Mulholland can box. So, you know, if things start to get tough, he can go revert back to, you know, what he does best, and that's boxing.
Yeah. Having said all that, of course, eggshells and porcelain are pretty safe in his company, aren't they?
Decent right hand from McKeever there.
Well, I said it earlier, McKeever might believe that the later rounds would be more his territory here. He's taken a lot from Mulholland. Can he now come back. And he needs to start winning a round or two here.
Yes, he's got to try and find some good shots just to stop Mulholland in his tracks a little bit, make him think. Mulholland just rolling forward, got the momentum.
And he still keeps on throwing the leather, scything punches. Mulholland couldn't put more into this if he was fighting for the World Featherweight Championship itself here.
Right, mate.
That's how much it means to him, I think. You can see how much it means to him, can't you?
Yes, you can. You can see when he's making his way into the ring, he was very, very fired up. Mulholland really was. You know, this is something that it obviously means an awful lot to him.
I think it means plenty to McKeever too. And he gets him with a little left hook there. He's had his successes, and now the cut's worse again by the left eye of Mulholland. There'll be more work for Benny King to do in the corner at the end of this round. That's the blot on the landscape, really, for Mulholland.
But he hasn't worried about the eye. Showed a good deal of maturity, keeping the pressure on McKeever. So that eye definitely getting worse.
I bet the sparring sessions between these two weren't this hot, were they?
I'm sure they weren't.
Right, step out. Whoa.
No, it's all Mulholland. Clem, what do you say to your guy in the corner when there've been 5 rounds and he's lost them all?
Well, you've got to really give him a shake-up. You know, you've often seen in the past coaches give their fighter a slap. You know, you've got to try and wake him up and get him to fight his fight. He's been taken aback by the style, so you've got to get him focused and you've got to get him to try and go forward.
Okay, you're in the corner. What are you going to say to him?
Slap him in the mouth.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's good.
Well, you've got to tell him, you've got to try and motivate him. You've got to try and make him go forward. You've got to try and, you know, he does this naturally. So really it's just to try and tell him the right sort of words, and the coach should know what's going to motivate him, what's going to get him going.
Moving to the second half of the fight. Remember the white stripe and white waistband of Tony Mulholland in this Merseyside derby. Let's have a look at Glenn's card.
Yeah, I've agreed with you, Ian. Everything so far to Mulholland.
But we've learned to really respect the amount of spirit and fight and bottle of this Jamie McKeever. And he won't be giving this up yet. You can bet on that. Right hand, Mulholland. Good shot again, steadying shot.
Right.
Another cut for Mulholland. The other eye now. Oh dear. And still quite a long way to go. So this is intriguing.
It looks to be a little cut on the eye of McKeever as well. The right eye seems to have a little bit of damage.
Great left hook from Mulholland. Again, it just bounced off the chin of McKeever.
What's your name?
The head of Mulholland there. That was a butt, frankly. Both of them are getting busted up in the face. Something's got to give, you fear, here. Oh, wonderful left hook from McKeever. That was his best punch yet.
Yes, he just bent the legs, got a little bit of leverage and let that shot go, and it was an excellent punch.
But credit Mulholland, he took it quite without flinching.
Well, he's shown tremendous grit and determination, Mulholland. He really does not want to be denied.
Right, step by, son, step by. Right, mate.
Oh, another jolting left hook from McKeever. Now, Mulholland has to be a little bit careful.
Well, he's got to get back to his jab a little bit, just to keep McKeever off balance, not to get set for shots like that, or he's going to walk into trouble.
See, the old macho factor comes in, though, here, doesn't it? Mulholland wants to finish the job. There's a lot of blood about from the eyes of Mulholland and indeed McKeever now.
Well, he wants to finish the job in. Also, you know, he's getting more tired, so his reflexes are not as good. And now the defense is...
Oh, right hand. That jolted McKeever, who just for a moment wobbled. Covers up and tries to buy some time. Wow, there's some fight this. That was probably McKeever's best round so far. But they're both bearing the scars of the battle, and that's hardly surprising.
Yeah, pretty even round there, 26-24 in McKeever's favour. That goes along with what I have in my scorecard. I'd just give that round to McKeever. Very good round, but Mulholland starting to make a few defensive mistakes now. Just starting to get a little more tired, and the hands are coming down. McKeever seeing the chances and producing left hooks like that.
There's been tremendous local interest in this fight in the week leading up to it. Plenty of articles in the local paper with both fighters having their say. Both believing, of course, that they're going to win it. Mulholland, of course, may be feeling that with the cuts over both eyes, he needs the knockout. He may feel that the eyes won't hold up for another 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds. This is the 7th of 10 for the Central Area Featherweight Championship. Mulholland's trying to get back to boxing on the outside, not get quite so involved. So it would seem, anyway.
Well, that might just tell McKeever, might give him a little bit more room, a little more time to get his punches off. I think this is the point in the fight where Mulholland has to use his jab. He's got to try and just steady McKeever up, maybe take a rest.
McKeever suddenly looks just a little more glacial around the eyes, doesn't he?
Well, he stood for that right hand there, good one from Mulholland.
It just seemed for a moment as if Mulholland's work rate so frenetic all the way through, just beginning maybe to take its toll. But he is open to left hooks himself, Mulholland. Keeps his right glove quite low most of the time.
Well, that's the problem that's come through more and more in the last couple of rounds. Just dropping that right hand.
Oh, big right hand. Did the gum shield come out on McKeever there? Something went flying out the ring. It was either that or there was some blood.
So he's back to pushing forward. Mulholland, it has suited him in this fight.
Just dropped his gloves for a moment there, McKeever, as he worked inside. Signs of tiredness, creeping tiredness. The pull at the legs and make the arms ache for tiring fighters.
Well, still just the busier Mulholland, just getting the shots off, a little sneak counter there from McKeever.
Yeah, it was more accurate with those in that last half minute, in fact. Getting pretty swollen, that face of Jamie McKeever. Total punches landed. Mulholland nearly up to 150. McKeever some 31 behind. That's according to our computer, keeping track of things at ringside.
Well, there's the jab, just steadying up, getting the distance right, and then a good, straight, textbook right hand, as McKeever was a little bit square on.
I think we've got to the point where Mulholland needs something, I should say McKeever needs something dramatic, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got to be looking for the stoppage, and you know the way Mulholland's eyes are, that still gives him a chance. But he's really got to start picking it up and do a lot more.
Come on, move!
8th round, 3 rounds to go. Central area featherweight title, and down the years, these little area title fights, you don't get so many of them these days, have provided some absolutely explosive action.
Yeah, but Mulholland's still in a big lead, 5 points on my scorecard.
Timeout.
It's a timeout here.
I think they just want to wipe away some of the grease from the eyes, maybe just got a bit too much on.
I think Benny King used a couple of jars there, didn't he?
Well, he's an excellent cut man, he's going to try everything he can.
Well, that's his job, isn't it, to get his man through this fight.
Hey, step back.
Many's the great champion who's been indebted to his cuts man afterwards. Good jabs from McKeever.
Well, it's something he hasn't used much in this fight. Now he's starting to get that jab working.
Still looks quite strong, McKeever.
Nice little right hand as well there for McKeever.
This is quite controlled from him so far in this run, not wasting too many. But he does need, really, to be winning everything from here on in. In fact, if our reading of this has been right, he already needs a stoppage or knockout. Well, certainly some knockdowns. That eye is bad of Mulholland.
Yeah, they're both bad. They've both got deep gashes on the eyelid.
Is he going to get through? The referee took a pretty close look. Those eyes do look a real mess for Tony Mulholland.
Well, he started to steady up, found a nice right hand there as McKeever come in, but the work rate has just dropped from Mulholland.
Just getting to that point where you wonder how clearly he can see. Now, are they going to look at the eye here? They are going to look at the eye. This would be an absolute tragedy for Mulholland if after everything he's done, he got stopped on the cuts.
No, come along, come along. I'll give you a chance. If it gets any worse, I'll have to stop it, son. It's a bad one.
No, you heard that. You heard what the referee said. If it gets any worse, I'm going to have to stop it, son. Oh, dear. Well, he's got, what is it, 2.5 rounds to get through somehow. He's got to keep himself out of trouble now, hasn't he, somehow? It's got to be jab and move.
Yeah, most definitely now he's got to use his boxing skills, skirt the ring, certainly get back to the corner, give Benny King another chance to work on those cuts.
The interesting thing is McKeever wouldn't have heard what the referee said to Mulholland.
But he knows that the referee took him over to the corner, and that's a sure sign that, you know, the referee's concerned.
Well, how ironic it would be if Tony Mulholland, having produced the performance of his career, ended up suffering his first defeat.
Well, that would be terribly sad, but then those cuts are very bad.
Very bad. Now, Benny King is the key man there, the man nearest to you. He needs every second. Every single second will count now for the Scottish Cup man. He needs everyone else out the way, doesn't he?
Yes, he's got to be given time and space to work his little bit of magic.
Ref's having another look at the cuts.
6 minutes, you understand me? 6 minutes. Okay?
Doctor.
6 minutes. All right.
Can he get through?
Calling the doctor and the referee now, his opinion.
It's looking bad, I think, for him. I'm not sure he's going to pass the test, you know. He's so near, but so far. They've said he can go on, but for how long? No, he must feel he's on a train that's destined never to arrive. Mulholland, a long way ahead, we think, on points against Jamie McKeever, his local rival here. But he has to keep those eyes out of harm's way.
Well, really, what he should be doing now is just get on that bike. You know, the fighter doesn't know how close it is, what the referee has got the scorecards like, but he really needs just to get through this.
What's the total?
But yet he is electing still to go forward and still to fight. That's a danger.
He mustn't do that. He's really got to use his boxing brain here now. Think his way through this. Easy for us to say sitting here. Very difficult one, this too, for the referee, who knows the importance of the fight to both men and wants to give Mulholland every chance. But of course there comes a point where you have to draw the line for the sake of the boxer's health.
Almost definitely. You know, it doesn't matter how much he wants it. You know, he's got to look at his health, and his eyesight is very, very important. So the referee, it's a tough call.
Not too much coming from McKeever, who might be quite tired himself. Not really targeting those eyes much. A lot of fighters, cruel though it would be popping that jab there all the time to make it worse, wouldn't they?
They would, but he's really a fighter. He's not really that much of a jabber, McKeever, so he's probably not thinking like that. It's not natural for him.
Good left hook, McKeever. Mulholland quite happy to hold on for a moment. Big gashes above both eyes for Tony Mulholland. This has been a dramatic kind of cliffhanger from his perspective.
Still looking to go forward, though. I don't know if that's the best tactic.
No, I should think his cornermen are having kittens about that. They just want him out of the way. He may think he still needs to do more on the card.
Well, he probably does. You know, when you're engrossed in a fight like that, you're not thinking of scoring yourself, you're just thinking of winning.
Real tough battle, as we thought it would be, between these two, and an engrossing battle too. The cut is a lot worse again by the right eye as the blood flows. They need to get back to the corner and get it sorted again, and quickly, so it doesn't look too bad. Need to get that blood away. Mulholland's 3 minutes away. He's got to be in a big lead, Glenn, as well.
Yeah, he's in a decent lead. I've got him 3 points ahead. Cuts are very bad. 1 round to go. Really, the last round I thought he adopted the wrong tactics. He's got the boxing skills. He should have run out. He just boxed.
Whatsoever. Do you understand? So I need a big round out here. I need it big. Do you understand me? Big. Tony, I'm talking to you. Do you know what I mean? I want it big. Well, let's go. Dig down deep. All right? We've got to graft all the time, lad.
Yeah, John Rice is telling him you need a big last round.
See, that's the problem. The corner still think it's pretty close.
10 seconds, corners.
Oh, look at the children there. I'm not really quite sure it's too clever for them to see Dad in that condition, but I guess it'll all be forgotten if he gets his glorious win. They look again at the gun. Touch gloves, says referee Tony Griddy. It's the last round of this local derby for the Central Area Featherweight Championship. Mulholland, remember, I was going to say the white waistband, it's almost pink now.
Well, I've got Mulholland 87-84 in the lead, 3 points. But you heard Mulholland's corner, they think it's very, very close. They've told him to go out for a big last round.
And they've both been tiring as well. McKeever will look for the grandstand finish. Well, they've served up something quite memorable, these two. And anyone on this bill tonight has got to go some to top this one.
Yeah, he showed great heart, great guts. Tony Mulholland really determined. He's went after this. You know, he deserves to get it really the way he's fought.
Right, let him out. Watch that head, watch that head.
It's just been work rate, hasn't it? I think that's done it for him. There's a good left hook though from McKeever. Still danger. Mulholland has been told by his corner men that he's got to go out and win the final round. Whether that's just psychological, I don't know.
There's a lot of blood over that left eye, but the referee will want it in this late stages to go to the end. He'll not want to pull Mulholland out now.
No, he's probably past the danger point with the cuts, I would think. He's shown tremendous bravery here, Mulholland, fighting on through the cuts. McKeever trying to stay with him. But this youngster's been in a lot of hard fights, and this is yet another one for him. Oh, he catches Mulholland, who looks shaken badly then, and sagged against the chest of McKeever, but his legs still look okay. It could still be a dramatic finish to this, as McKeever lets fly with the hooks. Now McKeever's got a bad cut by the right eye. That's really opened up. This has been a bloody, gory, but thrilling battle. The crowd here absolutely on their feet as McKeever grabs in two more left hooks, another straight right. Mulholland somehow battles through it, and I tell you what, he would not survive another inspection at the end of this round. He would not survive another one.
No, the eyes are an absolute mess.
If it wasn't the last round, Glenn, I think it'd be stopped right now.
Yeah, they're both very badly cut. Tremendous fight. Look what it means.
Oh, Mulholland nearly went there. He nearly went. He needs that balance quickly as he falls back against the ropes. McKeever might win it yet as the bell goes. McKeever has got the decision. McKeever has got it. Well, I am surprised by that.
Very, very surprised.
I am surprised by that.
He won the last round, McKeever, but it still looked like Mulholland had done enough with that work rate.
Well, that is quite a comeback from Jamie McKeever, because on our cards, he lost the first 5 rounds.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, after all that guts and determination, Tony Mulholland still has to go away a loser. That's a tremendous shame for somebody who worked so hard.
Look at that, they both threw over 500 punches. There was only 1 punch difference, in fact, according to the computer. McKeever landing 7 more with a slightly better economy rate. That's right over the 12 rounds, of course. But I have to say, on my card, I had Mulholland as a decent winner.
Yep, I had him as a 2-point winner. But there's the left hook, steadied the legs and buckled the legs. And he was really, really hanging on there, Mulholland. There's the left hook. Look at the legs giving way. Had to really just hang on just to get through there.
Well, they're going to be a rematch, isn't there? There's no doubt about it. He nearly gets knocked out in this last round, Mulholland.
Yeah, he was desperate, really was. The legs had gone there, nothing in them, falls against the ropes.
Fancy going through all that and then losing it at the end.
Well, a terrible shame. I really did think Tony Mulholland had won what was a tremendous epic battle for him, and yet he's lost it.
That's what we all think anyway at ringside, but the referee, Tony Green, has seen it differently. By what margin, we're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I read the referee's scores, in a brand new season of boxing, I believe we've just seen the fight of the year. Please show your appreciation for 10 rounds of boxing and a credit to both boxers. Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Green has scored the contest for Mulholland 96 points, for McKeever 98 points. Your winner and the new Central Area and the WBF Intercontinental Featherweight Champion from Vacant, Jamie McKeever.
Well, he had that 4 rounds to 2 with 4 even.
Liverpool, Tony McKeever.